Well, good morning. On day 2 of level 3 lockdown on Wednesday, the 29th of April. It's a lovely morning. I got up this morning and beat the birds. And I went outside. They were still sleeping, which is great. Good to know that they don't go on and on and on through the night. They rest. While I was making coffee, I noticed a fly sleeping on the wall as well, and I decided to leave it for now anyway. How are you doing with resting? Uh, are you restful or are you restless? Psalm 46 is a great psalm, a reminder of the struggles of life and the need to be still. It talks about God being our refuge and strength and ever-present help in times of trouble, and that we shouldn't fear even though the earth give way and the mountains fall into the heart of the sea. Now, I suppose when they wrote the psalm, when the psalmist wrote the psalm, they didn't really think that mountains could land in the sea. But today we've got the power to blow them up and transport them into the sea through all kinds of terrible bombs. When you think about it, be still and know that I am God is the point in the psalm in verse 10, which reminds us of this need to be quiet, to be still. How can we be still when we are overwhelmed by all the challenges? In a sense, this lockdown has given us an opportunity to learn to be still, to be more contemplative. Jonathan Edwards, in his first sermon about Christian happiness, talks about three things that help us to steady ourselves in life, so that we can be still. That bad things turn to good. The Romans 8:28 all things work together for good. That good things can't be taken away from us, and that we don't have to be afraid. And even in the face of death, all of that is true. What can't be taken away from us? Our justification by faith, our forgiveness, our adoption into God's family, our new birth, and our citizenship, which is in heaven. The reference in the psalm to a city is interesting, about the river in the city of God. In those days, a city could be besieged, but you'd be better off if you had a river flowing through the city because it would provide you with water, potentially fish, some food. The idea of the river in the city of God, of course, is the river is the Holy Spirit, the giver of life, the living water. God is within her, she will not fall. As the psalmist says in verse 5. When you think about the need to be still and to be quiet, to be more contemplative, in the busyness of our cities, we don't find that very easy. But this time of lockdown has been a good opportunity to learn to be quiet and to reflect and to be still. In terms of citizenship, we have a lot of promises about our citizenship being in that city, in heaven. Our names are written in the book of life in Luke 10. In Philippians 3:20, Paul says our citizenship is in heaven. We have this identity that goes beyond this place where we live. We spend a lot of effort putting energy into things here, but in fact there's an investment in the future as well, which is important. Therefore we will not fear, says Psalm 46 verse 2, even though it all falls into the sea. We don't have to be afraid because God is with us. May you know his presence and peace today, and may you take a while to reflect and maybe make a note of things as you go along through your day. You don't have to keep a journal, you can just keep a notebook and write things down. Apparently Jonathan Edwards, when he used to go from place to place by horseback, he had ideas and he used to write them on bits of paper and pin them to his jacket, and when he'd get there he'd have all these notes, early post-it notes pinned to himself. It's good to just keep a record of things as you observe, as you reflect through the day, and make notes and be more contemplative. I talked yesterday to people online about Zoom fatigue. We've got meetings today. I've got a prayer meeting on Zoom and a funeral to observe on Zoom, and probably more things will Zoom along. We need to just disconnect from all of that regularly and be still. And we won't be anxious. We will know the presence and peace of God, that living water, that presence of the Holy Spirit is within us, welling up and bringing life and refreshment and energy and just a cool sense of peace. So on this day, may you find your refuge and strength in God. May you not be afraid. May you be still and know that He is right there and that He knows ahead of time exactly what's happening and that you don't have to be afraid. Have a lovely day, and we'll catch up again soon. God bless.